Do you ever feel like your data ecosystem is held together by duct tape and superglue? Well, that feeling is called technical debt. It's a common challenge in data engineering. And today I'm going to explore what tech debt is, how it sneaks into your workflows, and most importantly, strategies that you could use to tackle it head on. Let's jump in. Technical debt refers to future work that's required when you choose a quick and easy solution instead of a better approach that would take longer, and maybe you don't have time for that because of business requirements or stakeholders, and that's a situation we're going to get into in a little bit. But in data engineering, this might look like hard-coded SQL queries that are overly complex, ETL pipelines that are just not quite doing all the cleaning that they need to, or maybe a lack of proper documentation. This is what tech debt really can look like. These shortcuts can lead to scaling issues, maintenance headaches, and compliance risks as your systems grow. Tech debt often accumulates due to tight deadlines, changing requirements, or the absence of standardized practices. Quick solutions can really come back to haunt you, and quick fixes like duplicating pipelines instead of creating modular solutions really harm you in the long run. It's like using duct tape to fix everything. It works temporarily, but isn't really a long-term solution. It is story time. One of the situations in my past that has caused some tech debt was when vendors change. So, sudden vendor changes really can create a lot of tech debt, especially if it's something that is unexpected, and all of a sudden these things can happen and do happen, have happened to me. I had a company that switched from one telephony system to another. Specifically, the other one was Zoom that we moved to, and the data coming in to the new system didn't quite match what we were getting from the previous system. And because of regulatory and some business rules, we needed to get it done in a hurry. And so we only had a few weeks to do everything from investigating the API to creating the ELT pipelines and workflows to actually getting the reporting done, and even up to getting recordings put into yet a third system that we were pushing recording data into. And we had to get all that done in just a matter of a few weeks. And that is a huge workload for your data engineer and your reporting teams. It worked, but those rushed solutions really created a lot of tech debt that needed to be addressed later on. These are the types of situations that you'll run into as a data engineer, as a data analyst, even as a data scientist, where business requirements, stakeholder requirements create a rushed situation. You have to get something out the door. You have a report that has to get out by the end of the month for a shareholder meeting or something, and you hurry up and get it done without any thought to the longevity of that solution. This happens because of changes in business demands. Business logic ages, hard coding becomes outdated. Without any thought to the dynamicity of your queries, of your solutions, you really run into a lot of not only tech debt that you're creating immediately, but tech debt that you create as things scale. So these examples really show you how tech debt sneaks in, sometimes innocuously, not from poor choices, but from unavoidable growth and some shifting priorities. The key is to have strategies to mitigate them, and that's what we're going to get into. Let's talk about strategies to mitigate tech debt. The first one is to assign it as a learning opportunity to new team members. So consider assigning a portion of it to new team members. It really helps to accelerate their onboarding. It helps to integrate them with the current data set, helps them to learn different aspects of what the data is, and gives a new set of eyes to the challenge. It may be that there's a different way to approach things, and a new set of eyes will help. I once assigned a new hire to clean up some of our ETL pipelines, and not only did she learn from our workflows, but she really improved the processing by about 10%. Again, that different set of eyes, that new perspective, sometimes can really help a situation, and really, again, gives a new perspective to things. The second way to mitigate is bring in a consultant like Gambill Consulting. Sometimes an external expert can really, again, a new set of eyes again, right? Gives you a different perspective, and that's what you need sometimes to address some of the tech debt that maybe has been outstanding that people have kind of pushed aside for a long time. One of the things that I do offer is I help businesses to really streamline their pipelines, refactor legacy code, and help you to build scalable systems that reduces tech debt and drives long-term success by creating data sets and services that are dynamic and will help to scale and change as your business grows. Next, divide it amongst the team as side projects. This way you don't have one or two people working on all the tech debt. It doesn't become overwhelming and cause boredom. Nobody wants a bored data engineer sitting around. They find problems. So distributing tech debt among team members as a side project really helps to allow incremental progress without disrupting the ongoing feature development and ongoing projects that are out there. A team member documenting workflows while another optimizes queries helps to split things up, and again, keeps one person from being too bored just consistently working on tech debt. Next, offer tech debt to aspiring data engineers. Inevitably, you have a DBA sitting somewhere, a data analyst sitting somewhere, a business analyst sitting somewhere that may be looking to get into data engineering, or at least maybe looking to learn more about data engineering. It is a great way for them to learn and helps you with the tech debt along the way. And again, all these different options really also help to give a fresh set of eyes to the problem. So if you have any data analysts or DBAs or business analysts out there that are looking to learn more about SQL, more about data engineering, more about pipelines and workflows and ETL, allow them to work on some of that. It's sitting there anyway. Maybe you don't have time to work on it as a team. Maybe that team does have some bandwidth that they could give a fresh perspective and new set of eyes, and helps them to learn along the way. All right, next we're going to wrap things up and tie it all together. Whether it is using tech debt as a learning opportunity for new employees, bringing on a consultant like Gambill Data, dividing tasks amongst your team, or empowering aspiring data engineers, there are multiple strategies to manage and reduce tech debt efficiently. Tell me a little bit about how your team manages its tech debt, and maybe we could learn from you. Not just Gambill Data, but everybody else in the community. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon for more data engineering content, and I will see you next time.